When the pioneers kept bees in straw skeps, the bees were actually treated really horribly in order for them to get the honey out of the skeps. They would often kill the bees. They would smoke all of them out of the skep. They would crush the skep, or they would even kill the bees with a chemical like sulfur. It was really awful. So thankfully, years later, there was a change in beehive design to wooden boxes with wooden frames. And these are the same ones in the same design that we're using now. Also, the disease American Foulbrood, which was brought to North America by those pilgrims in 1620 when they came on the Mayflower, was a well-known bee killer. It was evident that beehives needed to have inspections at least a couple of times a year where the beekeeper would check to be sure the hives didn't have American Foulbrood. As beekeepers became more organized over the years, clubs were created to share information, and the government became involved in overseeing beekeepers because they're making food for people to eat, by giving them up-to-date information on pests, diseases, and hive management. Because it was apparent that hives must be inspected as a way to stop the spread of AFB, it became illegal to contain bees in any structure that did not have removable frames where the wax and the bees could be easily inspected. They were actually straw keps designed over 100 years ago that had removable frames. They were still made out of straw, but they made frames that they could pull out. But they were soon given up for the new design of the wooden hive box, which was so much easier to work with. I know the bees would be most grateful that we made these changes. Today we have inspectors that can drop by and check our hives. They can come when we ask them to, or they can also drop in unannounced. There is a legal requirement for everyone who keeps bees to register their hives with their government so that the inspectors know where the hives are. Now, these inspectors are on our side. They are helpful and they want us to be successful. So they're going to do everything they can to help us be successful. They themselves are beekeepers. I have never met an inspector that wasn't also personally a beekeeper. Because of AFB, if we want to sell bees or hive equipment, we have to let our bee inspector know so they can inspect the hives and bees. Then they will give a certificate to certify them as clean for sale. There is no cure for AFB. If we suspect we have AFB, we call the inspector who will come to either confirm or deny it. Unfortunately, the only thing that can be done if the hive does have AFB is to kill the bees and burn the hive boxes. It's horrible, yes, but it's the only alternative. Letting AFB spread to more and more bees is far, far worse. Now, the good news. Tomorrow, I'm going to tell you about a potential cure for AFB that is being worked on right now.